So here we are. I fixed the quality and the device is doing much better. Barnsley on attack. Oh, Craig Lander gets it out. Oh, Hutcherson just gets it out. Great clearance. If we run now for Barnsley, I think it's going to be a very tight match. Considering Craig Alexander had not beaten Barnsley since 2015. And they've actually got quite good players. Charlie McNeil played for Man United Youth Academy in 2020. He scored like 28 goals for them. So they've got quite a couple of good players that came through the youth rank. Good counter attack. Okay. Might be for a second goal here. Oh, it's a good pass. Oh, lovely. Ah, he just loses it. Interception, just not enough. To be fair, Barnsley has always got into the third round, so I wouldn't be surprised if they did win tonight. But I think Craig Alexander might win League 2. I'm just hoping they do, because for the last 15 years now, they've actually been trying to get into League 1. And they're sitting second on the table, and they played really good football the other day. So I'm hoping that they can win next weekend. Yeah, avoid the border Craig Alexander. Um, I like United as well, but Craig Alexander, I like watching them and I support them. They're a very good team as well. And there's actually a couple of good players that played in League 2 and played for Craig Alexander. Unfortunately, for unknown circumstances, I can't show it, so we can just talk about it. Yeah, so like what I'm saying is, I think Crewe Alexander are the better side tonight, but considering Barnsley have not won since March, Barnsley have actually not won a single match since March. March, April, May, June, July, August. They haven't won in 6 months. So there's actually a very good chance that Crewe Alexander can advance to the next round. And also, they're probably going to get a harder group anyway. Well, not group, but a team of groups. Barnsley's not even trying to get up the field. What they're doing is they're just like holding back too much. But I think Crewe Alexander is actually going to surprise a lot of people. And they might get into the fourth round if they are lucky and get a good draw. Funny enough, there's actually a player from Iceland that played for Everton called Sigurdsson, and I think he got banned from football for doing something really inappropriate, but he actually played for Crewe Alexander in 2007. And that's 1-1. And that's 1-1, guys. Barnsley and Crewe Alexander are now equal. And Barnsley have beat them 6 times since 2015. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I support Korean. I support Man United. And after that would be Crewe Alexander. And the reason I support Crewe Alexander is because it runs in the family tree. So, for example, I've got parents that are from Norwich, so obviously I would show a bit of appreciation for Norwich fans and people who support Norwich. And there's actually people that support Nottingham Forest in my family as well, funny enough, and Chelsea. So, it runs in the family tree, like watching teams that, people like. So, yeah. Oh my word. A number goal. Oh my word. Just missed. Just missed. I'd also like to go on holidays some point in the future, to be honest. I'd like to go to like Denmark or something like that. Or Finland. I've been to Portugal, Scotland, Wales. I've actually been to Cardiff. I think I've been to Liverpool. I think I have whenever I was going to Manchester. So probably been to Liverpool. I've been to Cardiff in Wales. I've been to. It's not far off where Ronaldo lives. It's actually called Madrid. So yeah, I've been to quite a couple of countries, but I haven't been to a country in about. Oh my word! It's 2-1. 2-1. This is mad. That's crazy. So that's 2-1 after 4 minutes. Not even three. 3 minutes. And Barnsley just pulls it back. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. 3 minutes ago, Cree Alexandra was 1-0 up. And then Barnsley just come back and wins it. It's like, you can have too much luck and still lose. I mean, six times now they played each other, and that is just gone. Oh, hello to my friend. You may recognize me. um, yeah, it's just how can a team fall apart so quickly, and then you're like, I know that team's gonna win 5-0, and then it's like, what if they come back and score 6 goals? Would it be really necessary? I just have the sound on so you can hear what's happening. But yeah, it's not very good. Yeah, like I would agree. Like sometimes life makes no logical sense, or like you can't really predict what happens next. That's crazy because their defense was literally falling apart in the first 5 minutes. You know, it's just how quickly a game can change. They're looking for a run now, and they're not going to score again. I don't think they are. That's the first for one. Thank you. Thank you very much. They're losing a lot of possession, to be honest. You know, they're losing possession. They're only covering 25% of the pitch. And in the first half, they looked at their confidence, but now they're just slipping away. Like, you know, The best teams can't be the best teams. So, oh, I know who's in this live, by the way, and it's good. It's good to see you. Okay, thanks for the like. You know, it's not just me that's beautiful. It's my fans as well. So yeah, everyone's beautiful. You know, it's not just the one person. It's everybody. Everybody's beautiful in different ways. Everyone's beautiful, unique. You know, I always say that. Everyone's beautiful inside and out. You know, if people like think they aren't looking good enough, I mean, you know, don't judge yourself because everyone's beautiful. You know, I might have 10,000 subscribers, but I would say all of them look beautiful, no matter what they look like. It comes in different shapes and sizes. But that's all right because we're all humans at the end of the day, and you know, we're all beautiful. So yeah, this is a very boring first half. It might be a penalty. No, it's not. The referee just doesn't want to associate with it. Oh no! That ain't an own goal by clearance. Yellow card. But how is that not a free kick or a penalty? That is bad. But also, I think this aim is actually pretty unpredictable. But I think 100,000 subscribers could happen the next year. You know, like if I'm averaging 183 subscribers a month, that's like 3,000 a year. So I wonder how much I would get in the next 5 years. Like I've been live now for 7 years on YouTube. So what were the possibilities of me actually hitting 100,000 subscribers before I'm 20? Now, funny enough, I'm 18, right? But I'll be 19 this year, and then next year I'm 20. That's crazy. So this year, right, I'll be 19, and then next year I'll be 20. Like, I started YouTube when I was 11. That's so crazy how like science and logic works. You know, like I'm 18 now, and like 4 months time, 5 months time, something like that, I'll be 19, and then 20 next year. In 2027, I'll be 20. 3-1! 3-1 already! This is the craziest thing ever. 3-1. How is that even possible? How is that even possible? That's like me setting on 75 grandfather clocks and only 53 of them actually work. And also, another thing I'm actually trying to do right now is actually trying to lose a bit of weight. As you may not have noticed, I've been talking about it, and I've actually lost 3 stone, considering that my face is actually getting more slimmer. Now, I was 23 stone December 2024, and I've actually lost 3 stone since then. But it's a very slow process because you can actually get into habits and addictions. Addictions like eating when you shouldn't eat, because like some people will like keep eating and eating, but that's not the actual purpose. What the purpose was, I just got into the habit because the World Cup was on, and you get into them phases where you want to have a fast food every day, and I said to myself, look, I can't do that now, and I just broke down my daily intake. But that's crazy. 3-1. Like, obviously, weight doesn't matter, but to make myself better and to make my mental well being better, I would like to lose a bit more weight. And I think that's possible if I do it the right way. Now, there is two ways I could probably actually lose weight. Now, three actually. I could go to the gym. I could either take injections, which has a little percentage of side effects, or I could use tablets. Now, tablets is actually a good option because you don't have to worry about what you're eating, what you're doing. You just lose weight instantly. But also, it does take a while to kick in, around 6 months. So I don't know what's going to happen yet, but there's a possibility where I could probably lose a couple more stone. Now, for the records, I have 124 kilograms, which is 19 stone 8. Now, a normal person like me should be 14 stone or 15 stone, and I'm 19 stone 8, which means I am morbidly obese. But I wouldn't say I'm obese, because I would just say that is normal, and like it runs in the family. And also, I'm not the tallest in my family either, so it does make sense whenever your family history runs around. Like people say they might look like the father or the mother or the ancestors, but I wouldn't really say look like my father because I'm better looking than my father, and also we don't look ideal. He always flicks his hair back, and I don't do that. So, like people say they look like the mother, the father, the ancestors, the uncles, but to me, I don't really look like any of them. I'm just my own identical person. And I think I would for some people, but not a lot. Well, it is almost half time, and I believe it would be a 15-minute break. It's really bad because we were 1-0 up, and now it's 3-1. And this is only the second round of the Carabao Cup. But we're losing the ball multiple times, and our defending was not great after that first goal. We just dipped down and we couldn't put our heads in the right moment. But that happens in football. It happens in life. We can't always win, but it's not good. You know, if you're like betting and you said, "Oh, it's gonna be 4-0," but it actually turned out to 5-4, you'd be like, "Oh, damn it!" So there's about another 10 minutes, and then it'll be a break. Fair enough. I could have recorded the football charity match on this phone, but I didn't know my camera would actually improve whenever I cleared the storage. I know, typical. It's just typical that my camera decides to actually live stream and actually have half decent quality. Now, next time we do a charity match, it might be live streamed. Depends. Depends on consent, depends on people's approval, and depends if people actually want to do it. So we're just talking about football and life because, I haven't been live in a year now. 1 year. And that's mad. One whole year without live streaming. And people have been asking me about my camera equipment and what I use. Well, I tell you, my camera equipment on this isn't very good. And it's the best we have at the minute. But we're looking to buy a new phone for Christmas and live stream more. Terrible. That is terrible. They're not even passing now. They're just like loosening the ball constantly. Always a step ahead. Oh, this is going to be another goal if they don't do anything about it. Okay, they might score before halftime. I'm playing confidence. Not. They keep losing the ball. It's going to be like two minutes at a time, probably. Also, for next time suggestion, where should I go live next? Oh my word. On the attack, there's nobody there. Yeah, I don't know either. It was terrible, and he should have had his eyes more open. This is a very boring first half of a match where you're 1-0 up and you lose in the first half. Oh my word. Wasting time again. They're just falling like a bunch of spuds. Like, literally, get up. If someone tackled you, just get up. It's simple. It is football, not a dance club. Come on. You know, when I play football, I don't pretend I'm getting shot in the legs. Just get up if someone tackles me. But they're acting like they've been shot. It's just so pathetic. Like, this game of football sometimes is absolutely crap. You know, I've been shot in the leg. Or the ball hit me at 100,000 miles per hour. Like, that's like a speed of an android. Oh my word, that's the worst half I've ever seen. That's the look like horrendous. 10-0 up and then just lose. And funnily enough, how do they even lose after 5 minutes? 5 minutes of playing football and they're like, I'm gonna lose. And they did. But there's 45 minutes left in the next half. So I don't know what to do now, but I guess I will just sit here and discuss. I don't know. Don't know what to do after that. To be honest, I will probably set my phone here. I got it. Okay. Here is camera angle. So, as many of you may know, I have left school, and the reason for that was there was too much drama and frustration. So what I'm doing now is waiting for direct payment I'm waiting for universal credit, so it's probably in around 600 £800 a month. But there's also a downfall as well, where parents lose £800 a month and I only get 600. So it's a good and bad thing. But I've been at school now for 13 years, and I'm getting the same teacher, the same subjects, the same academic learning. So I said to myself, you know what, I'll probably just leave. And that's what I did. And also, why would I go back and learn the same thing I learned last year? Like, a school should have a system where people are learning life experiences and actually get into the next part of the fixture. Not learn about shapes and diagraphics, stupid stuff. You know what I mean? Like, who would want to learn shapes when they're in Horizons and then not learning what they're going to do in the future? Like, if I was to go into a job tomorrow, they'd be like, what have you learned at school? I'd be like, I haven't learned anything because my teacher is telling me the same kind of stuff. But yeah, there's that, and now waiting for a social worker for the next 3 months, which is a bit crap, but it means I've got more time to live stream. So I don't know what happens next in my life. Do I wait? Do I get a job? Do I spend money on rent? Pay the bills? I mean, I'll probably have to do that eventually because it will be independent living. But I'm not very worried about my future because I'm worried about how how to move forward, because there's times where we have too much ahead of us, and when we're handed a plate full of food, we don't know what to do with it. So let me say, let me just give an example. All right. So someone gives you this much, and then you're moving to the next step. So, all that fades away, and you're waiting for a while, and that sits there like a data system. So, things are getting gathered up, things are working out, and you're sitting there waiting what your future actually has to hold. So, I've left school for a good reason: frustration, tiredness, and every day I had 2 hours sleep. And the bad thing was, my school was half an hour away from me. So I was getting 2 hours sleep, and it wasn't because school was on. I was just not having it. Like half of them people weren't even my friends, to be honest. And most of them, they did their own thing. I didn't have any friends that shared the same kind of hobbies that I have. There's a couple that knew about ICT, they knew how to work computers, and they were the only sort of people that were nice. But apart from that, like, it's the system. It's not the people. It's the system. It's how it's ran. It's how patronizing fixtures can be because they don't know how to actually eradicate with a child. And because there is severely people, they don't know how to work with people that aren't severe. And I think that's what the system should actually be focusing on. And I am a politician. I'm not common one. I've got my own political party. And I think the system should actually have a fair advantage of actually helping people, not just people who are severely disabled or paralysed or anything like that. I think they should actually be helping all people, because I think they would recognise one background but not the other. But anyway, I was just using this for example. It's not actually how it's going to work. And it's mad as well because they don't recognise what other people are feeling. They just think, everybody goes into a building feel unhappy. Like why would a system not care that like someone's mental emotions is not always going to be great? Right, I'm just talking about anybody. Like somebody could go in there tomorrow and not feel 100%, and there's probably 100,000, there's probably thousands of people who actually feel like that every day. And it's sad as well because this environment that we live in, this society we live in, needs to up the game. Like when we think about this generation, right? Do we see people going outside as much as they used to? Probably not. And I think it's actually quite sad as well. Like this generation probably doesn't have the best music taste. They probably don't socialise like we would, or the people before us. So I don't know how the future is going to look on my behalf, but I know the future had very good promises, and to make sure of that as well. We don't know what holds the future. We just know like people have potential, and everybody knows how to do that. But yeah, it was a good first half for them. But yeah, always be a good human. Is what I say. Like for anybody, like life isn't about money. It's not about net worth either, and it's not about what you're doing on top of the ranking. Like for example, there are people with big egos, and when they have so much ahead of them, they worry about money, houses, designer clothes, Gucci bags, chefs, housemaids. You know, sorry, heavy bro. But like people worry about what's next, like when they become a millionaire. And to me, to be a millionaire, you don't need to move house. I would stay here tomorrow if I were a millionaire. And the other thing I'd do is I would give 20% of my salary to homeless people. And some people say like homeless just use that money to get gambling stuff or drugs, for example. But there are people out there that deserve a life as well. And I think just one person that's actually struggling, it makes a big difference if I give 20% of my salaries to homeless or just people who are in need and who need money. But yeah, that was just a little watch along. It's not a full match, but I completely understand because the camera quality isn't the best. But it will do us. We were just doing a little watch along and chatting. But yeah, for everybody that's watching tonight, I wish you a very good rest of the day. And enjoy your time. Always look after yourself. And remember, you are all unique in different ways. We are all humans at the end of the day. So remember that. And as a political leader, I'll do my best to make life hopeful again. And to make life to where I want to be. To be amazing and continue smiling.